Time to sit down, talk with the head coach. Jerod Mayo joins me now. First of all, congratulations on the win before we get to the game in Tennessee. What are your thoughts on the win?
I thought it was good. I thought it showed the mental toughness of this team, and those guys went out there and pulled out a W.
The week of work prior to it, you came to the podium Wednesday, said this is all about the Jets. But there was a lot of stuff flying around. Does that type of win and the reaction team that they gave you validate everything you guys as a staff were trying to convey to them last week?
It's always about the team. You know, there's no game that's more important than the game we're playing that week. And there was just a bunch of noise, not only from the media, but I told the guys, families, everyone. You know, everyone's trying to look for solutions, and I thought those guys did a good job just zeroing in on the Jets and coming out with a victory.
One of the hardest things to do in the National Football League is be the backup quarterback. Trust me, I did it for 9 years. To be one play away and be ready at any time. Jacoby Brissett gets the game ball. Saw you guys in the locker room post-game. Nobody deserved it more than him. How big was that for him? And is that a message that you conveyed to the team that, hey, you're one play away, guys. Somebody goes down, next guy up mentality. How much does that help you hammer it home?
Yeah,
for those guys?
it's definitely huge. I would say even the night before the game, I told everyone, be ready to go. And then, you know, obviously Duggar was unable to go, and so some safeties had to step up. And I thought those guys went in there and performed well enough for us to get the dub. And then anytime it's a quarterback, it doesn't matter what position it is, anytime it's your quarterback that goes down, the backup quarterback always has to get those mental reps because they don't get a lot of physical reps during the game. And I think it definitely hammers home the message to the rest of the guys.
Speaking of the quarterback, Drake May was having a pretty good game prior to him taking that shot on that scramble. He's in concussion protocol now. That's a long process. It's kind of out of your hands. Well, it is out of your hands because it's in the doctor's hands. Is that easier for you as a staff because at least we know what we're handling here?
Yeah, well, the NFL, they deal with all that stuff, and he has a certain criteria that he has to go through to be able to go back and practice, and we'll let that process play out.
That board over there, let's take a walk.
Let's go. It's been a long time. I'm going to take some spider webs. I'm going to take some spider webs with me. Come on, let's do it.
All right. So this is the sequence that started the second half. You guys come out at halftime. You get off the defense on third down. Let's go to third down on defense.
Yeah. Well, let me just go back to the end of the first half where a lot of people are like, well, why don't you try to go score and all those things? You know, our philosophy with that is, look, if we pop one of those runs, we want to get the clock going. If we pop one of those runs, we have the ability to get into the no-huddle world. But we said, look, we need to go.
I'm glad you said it because a lot of people said, hey, they're content to just go in.
Yeah, they all.
I mean, you either call screen or draw on play number one.
That's right. That's right. And if it pops, then all right. All of a sudden now we go. But I would say, you know, after losing starting quarterback, it gave us an opportunity to really reset in all three phases. And so when we talk about complementary football, here we are 3rd and 5. The defense comes out, they get a 3 and out. All right, they get a 3 and out. Anytime you're able to, you know, neutralize a guy like this and keep him in the pocket. What we talked about in the first.
This is one robber, right? You got robber coming down.
Yep. It's one robber, so we're playing man-to-man. And look, he throws the ball out of bounds. I think it was great. You can see one of the most important things I would say is the energy on the sideline. That was one of the points of emphasis going into the week. But a lot of energy on the sideline, which leads to now special teams. And so we've been very close all year with Marcus being able to pop one. And finally, it was good to see this here. But everyone's going to give Marcus all the flowers. What I will say is these guys up front did a fantastic job, especially Hasty. So right here, boom. Good catch right here. Make the first man miss. That's a go-to guy for them. Good job here by School. Really not even having to block him. He pulls off, and it's
don't get the flag.
That's right. Don't get the flag. But here, let's really focus here and who really sets up this play, and it's Hasty. He takes not one, not two, but 3 guys. All right, 3 guys. Plants them, and now Marcus, with his great balance, is able to really tightrope the sideline. And so here we go, big return. We talk about the hidden yardage.
Yep.
This isn't too much hidden because it's a big return, but it definitely sets up our offense in the plus side of the field.
All right, we get Ramondre going in the game, too. 2 big touchdowns, but here's his first one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would always say, look, there comes a point in time where everyone knows you're going to run the ball, right? Here's the first one here. But this guy, he runs with great pad leverage, doing a lot better job as far as ball security is concerned and being able to punch it in the end zone.
Great stuff. Let's go finish up. All right, it's time now for Ask Me Almost Anything, pretty much almost anything. Comes from Mike C. Wants to talk about Marcus Jones. We just saw him on the punt return. He's probably one of your most explosive players, if not the most explosive player. Do you have a package for him, sort of a break glass in case of emergency? We saw him a couple years ago before he had the shoulder do some things on offense.
But one of the most important things is just the health of all the players. And I would say, look, he's a corner. He's a punt returner and he's a corner.
He's more important on
exactly.
defense, right?
He's more
Yeah.
important over there than on the offensive side of the ball.
But say 2 receivers go down a game. You've seen it across the league. Like
yeah.
Tampa loses both in one game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The good thing about that is we have a pretty good tight end room. So we'll just go 12 personnel.
And they're coming on.
I got him.
All right, if you want to ask the coach a question, you got to go to patriots.com/askthecoach.